Hello and welcome to the first of two box seat episodes previewing both Good Friday racing and Easter Saturday racing at Ascot over the long weekend period. The first episode will focus in on the Good Friday meeting where the rail is at the true position, the track are good for, the weather ideal for autumn carnival racing, and we roll straight into race number one, which is the Crown Towers Handicap for 3-year-olds, and watch the narrow second placing here in defeat of All My Money.
Omega, All My Money looking for the short way home. Indigo Blue kick coming off the corner. Got a length and a half on Hot Z under immediate pressure. Here's Magical Dream down the outside. Indigo Blue, Hot Z comes again. Magical Dream under the 59.5. All My Money is coming through between them. Magical Dream had hit the front. All My Money driving through in the centre. Got a dive miss though. Magical Dream.
Clint Johnston-Porter had this filly back in the field, had to duck and weave and just try and find a passage through runners. Once she got going late, she was so strong through the line. She steps here to a 1500. She drops back from a Saturday 3-year-old race into a midweeker, where in fact half of her rivals are still maidens. She's going to be probably the shortest priced favourite of the two-day meetings. I'm thinking around $1.40 is the right quote for her. She will get back, she will need luck, but she is very impressive. Number one, All My Money. Number three, Warcidium, who comes back from a crack at a staying trip. He gets the weight relief with Bo Edwards' 3 kilo claim, and I thought that he was the danger, if there was one, to All My Money. Number two in the Cerise and White. This is a horse that goes around very short all the time. He won't do here. He should almost reach double figures, but he probably does run second, third or fourth, and that's powerful force. And then for a fifth number, or a fourth number, we go to number 5 in Brecky With A Bang, who should take up the running, should give a kick, but ultimately is in a different class. Number 1 on top, all the rage, All My Money in race 1, 1, 3, 2 and 5. Race number 2 is another maiden. It's over 1500 metres. It's the Mum Champagne Maiden, and we're going to watch the second placing effort of American Grin.
Last of all, Renegade Ruler, homeward bound. Jono hit the front. The filly Main Engine quickly tackling it. Winding up as American Grin starting to really build here at the 150. Main Engine hits the front though, draws away. American Grin, a length, 3/4, a half, getting to Main Engine kicking, Main Engine has...
Almost starting to become a little bit frustrating, this horse now. A beaten $2.10 favourite at Pinjarra Park, a beaten $1.60 favourite on a Wednesday meeting at Ascot. He's probably going to go around at a similar even money, $2.10 type of quote here. So I'm actually going to tip around him because I think he's had his chance in that most recent replay we watched there. I'm going to go with a horse who comes from a Saturday graduation back into a maiden, 1,000 metres up to 1,500 metres, and I actually think finds the front here under Kiriul, and his name is Big Screen. He's number 4 in this race. His half-brother won at the Geraldton meeting just last Sunday Summit Trail. His mum, Motion Pictures, may have even won a Karrakatta plate. She was a very good filly in her day. And I think here that Kiriul gets her chance to roll to the top on this 3-year-old, and we'll see what's under the hood. I think there might be a little bit of ability here, and he can topple the favourite, number 4, Big Screen. From 3, American Grin, Clint Johnston-Porter takes over riding duties here from Mitchell Pateman. Should have this horse in a winnable position again, but I thought last start was his opportunity. Number 7, Molly Mcgee, who's continually knocking on the door. She's starting to race a little bit more tractably, but she's continually finding 1, 2 or even 3 that are better than her. Down to the bottom, number 9 next best, Lady of Babylon, who chased pretty hard on debut, and there is a subsequent winner from that race in Starlift. My numbers in race number 2, 4, 3, 7 and 9. Race number 3, Amelia Park Lodge Plate for the 2-year-olds at 1,400 metres. Lots of different ways you could tip in this race. So we're going to have a look at one of the newcomers here. It's a recent trial effort of Jamaica Journey.
We have enduring memory. Behind those runners there, Lucky Landings trying to get up closer to them. Magnum Man, Bedrock Bay is picking up some ground with English Bay. Robert the Brute's a long way back. They head down inside the last 150, and on the outside, Jamaican Journey has taken the lead narrowly. Running on well, English Bay down the outside. Jamaica Journey in front wins second, enduring memory.
Darren McAuliffe's had a lot of success with this family, and this filly looks like another winner that will eventually hit the racetrack. Here on debut at 1,400 metres, drawn a wide gate. Now I liked what I saw in that trial. I liked the way that she was extending through the line. I think she's a definite top 4, top 6 type of chance here, But that being said, it's a perfect way to sort of segue into the preview of this race because there is 5, 6, 7, even 8 winning chances in a wide open event. I'm going to go with a horse who has exposed form. Ran a placing in the Pinjarra Magic Millions. Was really good in the Group 3 Gym Crack last start. Drops back into maiden company here and is the first emergency for Saturday's Karrakatta Plate. Unlikely to gain a start in the Karrakatta, so Luke Fernie brings Be Optimistic to the Friday meeting, and I think she can break her duck here, number 9, but in a wide open race. Number 14, Jamaica Journey from the trial that we watched. Number 7, Elite Fighter, who should get a very soft run from an inside draw. And number 12 in Kempy Gold, who didn't get the best of luck on debut. And I know that Simon Miller post-race was suggesting that we wouldn't see the best of this filly until 14 or 1600. My numbers in the 2-year-old race, race number 3, 9, 14, 7 and 12. Race number 4, Seppelt Wines Handicap, a Class 1 mile. This was a very impressive return to racing from a long absence away from the racecourse. It's Rock This Country.
And they're the two that have quickly raced to the lead together, followed then by the Thunderess around their heels. Pike goes up on the inside with Shooting Scirocco. Duwa Diddy had hit the front, the Thunderess, and here comes Rock This Country right down the outskirts of the track, but the Thunderess pricked her ears up, came away. The Thunderess beat home Rock This Country, a big run.
559 days, in fact, was the spacing between Rock This Planet's last start and that one that we just watched there in replay. So to come to the outside, to come with a barnstorming late run, suggests that Robin Cotman's got this horse going awfully well and should be pretty hard to beat in this field. I am, however, going to tip with Wins a Lot, who 3 starts ago was victorious in a maiden. 2 starts ago ran into Temptation, who went from a Class 1 7 days later to a 60 plus when she beat Maraschino, who's now a 72 plus winner. And then she herself, Temptation, went to the WA Oaks, loomed as the winner, but ultimately ran 3rd behind Lunar Impact and Pure Devotion. Last start, got a long way out of her ground, Wins a Lot. She was climbing over the back of tired horses who weren't taking her anywhere. And once she did get clear, she was very impressive late. Tipping her on top as one of the better bets as well, number 3, Wins a Lot. From 4, Main Engine, a last start maiden winner who beat American Grin, so we saw that replay earlier on. Number 5, Rock This Planet, from the replay we just immediately watched. And number 1, last start maiden winner, Proceeds of Crime. Numbers in race number 4, 3, 4, 5 and 1. Race number 5 is the Tab Touch Betty Your Bet Handicap at 1800 metres, and no doubt Karanis will be looking to reproduce what we saw here.
They've still got a run down El Magico, who led them at the cutaway. El Magico by about 1.5 lengths. Karanis is starting to set after it now. It's Karanis on the outside, ranging up, grabbing El Magico with 100 left to go. Then Street Fair, Daring Soleil Unending. But Kesh Duran is not only going to ride his first Ascot winner today, he's going to punch.
Karanis there gave Jared Noski his first winner and gave Keshor Duran his first Metro double. It was a really good story, this, and he looks like he's found another very winnable race. We go back 3 starts ago in this grade, he was beaten a nose. We go back last start and he was a winner in this grade. He stepped from a 15 to a 16, now an 18, and I don't see a reason why he can't win again here, Karanis. In the end, I was happy enough to tip him on top. He showed some versatility there, sitting off the tearaway leader El Magico, or he can take luck out of the equation, roll straight to the top and say, catch me if you can. It's Karanis for me to make it back-to-back victories, number 3. Number 8, Admiral Promo, comes from a race behind Temptation and Maraschino. Temptation went to an Oaks, Maraschino went and won a 72 plus and goes to an Albany Cup this weekend on Easter Sunday. All the form is there for Admiral Promo and he's drawn a soft gate. Number 6, the Cat Ratcher, who admittedly doesn't win out of turn, this 9-year-old, but some of his recent ratings are definitely good enough to figure in this race. Number 4, Trisuum, who went from a maiden straight into a Class 1, now a Class 3. She's a get-back run-on mare in form. My numbers in race number 5, 3, 8, 6 and 4. Race number 6, Heineken 3 Handicap at 1,000 metres. We go to the trials and watch the recent trial victory of Narachi.
them in Pico, Tinto Bell, and going back to the inside as they come into the straight Argent d'Or. So it's Paris Girl showing the whip. The outside storming up though with a clever run is Narachi. They're 3 lengths clear of the remainder. Life for a Life beginning to get involved, but Narachi pokes the head in front of a plucky Paris Girl who battles on willingly. They'll draw to it.
Nahachi, however you say it, this horse is going to be hard to beat in this race. He's drawn a gate where he'll track up in behind them, do no work, and from what we saw at that trial, he's going to be hard to beat here. Adam Durant's yard just starting to turn a corner and get the feeling they're about to wheel out a fair few winners, and he could be one of them, Narachi. But I stuck with what I know, and that's that these 3-year-olds who are taking on the older horses at the moment are simply dominant. So, while he's drawn an awkward gate, just a pinch, I think this filly, should I say, for Keshel Duran, can get across from the wide gate. Was drawn in gate 10, but then Boss Snip goes to the Saturday meeting, and then also Spice Delight goes to the Saturday meeting. So all of a sudden, she's into gate number 8, and it's not quite as bad as it looked at first sight. I think she can come across from that wide draw, sit outside the lead, and from there, her class can come to the fore. Number 6, Just a Pinch. From 3, Nahachi, who's clearly the danger in this field. Number 5, Imprudent, who does things wrong but was pretty impressive late at his most recent. And number 2, Lording. The bar plates go on, has a lot of weight, has a bad draw, but does have a lot of ability. My numbers in race number 6, 6, 3, 5 and 2. Race number 7, Morley Growers Market Handicap for the stayers. We get to see a last start staying victory at 2,400. It's the grey Queen Takes King.
Turn Accelerate joined on the outside by Friar Away. Going to work now the favourite Queen Takes King, who's about to take Friar Away at the 200. Queen Takes King levels up. She got ahead in front. Friar Away is digging in for the fight though with 100 left to go. They're well clear of the remainder, but she now puts a stamp on matters late. Queen Takes King. She extends from Friar Away, and
Queen Takes King got the better of Friar Away there in replay, and the two meet again here at 2,200. There's a lot of different ways you could tip in this field. We know the stayers can be difficult, especially in this Class 3, 60 plus type of grade. So I'm going to go for a horse who hasn't won for a long time, but his last 3 have been excellent. They've near on been career best. He's down the bottom, number 16. He is each way, and his name is the Escort. We've been mentioning on the box seat just how well Justine Erklands has her yard going, and this horse, the Escort, is one of them. He's drawn another tricky gate, but if he can get across in a race that has moderate tempo, if he settles one off the fence in the first 5 or 6 in running, I'd be pretty disappointed if he didn't loom the winner turning for home. I think this is a nice race for him, but we do approach the stayers with caution. Number 16, the Escort. Number 2, Queen Takes King from that replay. She's a progressive mare on the rise who's ultimately headed for the Jericho Cup qualifier over 3,100 metres down at Albany on the public holiday Monday meeting later in April. Number 1, Red Hot Tip, who hasn't contested a race in this sort of handicap since he won a Mel Vista Stakes as a 3-year-old, so it is excellent placement and good use of Lactar's 2-kilo claim. Number 6, Accelerate, who came from that replay, didn't seem to handle the 2,400, comes back a furlong, and hopefully Darren McAuliffe's yard can just sort of get over that little virus that we keep hearing about. My numbers in race number 7, 16, 2, 1 and 6. Race number 8 is the feature on Good Friday, the listed Old Comrade Stakes at a mile. We go back and watch the obvious lead-up race. It's the Grandstand Cup, victory of Dig Deep, second placing of Samizdat.
Luke's Gold, Dig Deep has got a beautiful run inside of those, and Samizdat comes to the outside. Luke's Gold had hit the front. Dig Deep spearing through Samizdat. He's finishing brilliantly right down the outside with 100 left to go. It's Dig Deep, Luke's Gold coming again, and Samizdat, but it's Dig Deep hard up against the fence. Dig Deep dug in hard.
It's also the 4th placing of Serenity Bay, the 5th placing of Media Baron. So a really good race to watch there in replay, the Grandstand Cup. I might be harsh here, but I thought that once the gaps appeared for Dig Deep, he shot through, he won the race, it was the plunge horse, and all things considered, he probably should have won a little bit better, maybe, than what he did. He gets the weight penalty here, he goes up another 100 metres, but that being said, he should get a near-on identical run from gate number 1. I'm going with the second horse from the replay, Samizdat, who we tipped on the box seat in that Grandstand Cup. I think this horse is all of a sudden dowered off to an extent. He really needs every inch of a mile. Brad Parnham got a feel for him last start, and if he can just get through that sort of flat spot he hits at the 600 in his racing, I think this race is nice for him. So I'm going to tip Sammersdat to take out the Old Comrade, number 2. From 4, Arctic Stream, who skipped the Grandstand Cup, comes into the Old Comrade after a second place getter placing effort in the Bunbury Stakes. Dig Deep, well, there probably is no reason why he can't go back to back, but I think at the quote he is a little bit vulnerable. Number 8, Serenity Bay, she reunites with William Pike, she draws an inside gate, she'll do no work at all in the run. My numbers in the feature, the Old Comrade Stakes, 2, 4, 3 and 8. Race number 9 is the Mrs. Max Handicap at 1200 metres. We're going to go to the Provincials and we'll watch the all-the-way victory of Me and Taz.
Coming around the turn, Standout Rose, it's going to have to weave its way through a wall of horses as Me and Taz took them to the 250, a length and a half clear on Glasgow Girl. He's getting clear on Standout Rose. He's zigging and he's zagging his way through the field, pink and grey down the outside. Me and Taz is the leader. Standout Rose trying to close the margin down with Glasgow Girl, but they won't get to Me and Taz.
Admittedly, Me and Taz comes out of inferior form reference races, a 52+ country ratings race at York, and then a 58+ Sky Provincial Series heat down at Bunbury. But what he is an on-speed horse in form, and what this race is littered with is horses who are long-time non-winners and horses that are out of form trying to recapture it. In fact, when you go through the entire field, the average days since last win is in excess of 400. So all of a sudden, an on-speed horse who goes around probably double figures and is in form in Me and Taz becomes, in my opinion, a bit of a bet here at the each-way quote. So I'm going with Nathan Turvey and Lucy Warwick to lead all the way and make it 3 on the bounce in career best form. Number 7, Me and Taz. Number 1, Crystal Spirit, who's very well placed into this grade, but hasn't won for near on 1,000 days, has 62 kilos to contend with, but is offset by that perfect draw. Number 10, Blankenberge, who is very good first up, no trial, but just where does she get to from gate number 13? Number 3, Next Best Annihilator, who's double nominated Friday and Saturday. Regardless of which way he goes, I'm thinking this horse is a big improver third up. My numbers in race number 9, 7, 1, 10 and 13. Best bets on the Good Friday meeting, I'm going race 4, number 3, Wins a Lot. And in the last, each way at double figures, race 9, number 7, Me and Taz. Stay tuned for the Box Seats Saturday edition coming up very shortly.